In this video, the third of a series, I will continue to build the logging truck trailer with the plans found in this book. In the second video, I built the central frame for the trailer. Now I'm going to build the stake that holds logs in place on the trailer. It starts off with making the horizontal beam. I happen to already have a scrap piece of cedar cut to the right dimension, so it just needs to be cut to length. Then I need to mark 4 holes. 2 on top that will hold the vertical poles that keep the logs on the trailer, and 2 holes on the bottom that secure the stake to the trailer frame. The top holes just have to be wide enough to allow enough logs on the trailer, but not too close to the end. Trying to get them about the same distance apart as the brace on the tractor unit I've already built. All the holes have to be centered on the width of the beam, which is what I'm doing right now. Checking the plan as well to make sure I'm doing everything right. And now I'm going to measure the frame, which I still have drawing my table saw. Now marking the holes for the bottom. Checking again. Trying to be as precise as I can be here. You only get to drill holes once. Fortunately, I noticed that they were off by a bit, so I re-measured and redrew them. Okay, looks like that's it. Now time to drill the holes. I've picked a drill bit that matches the dowels I will be using for the stake verticals and support pieces that attach it to the frame. I've also set the depth stop on my drill press so that the holes will be just shy of going all the way through. They need to be deep enough to be well supported in the beam. Then it's just a matter of drilling each hole until it bottoms out. Because the beam is so narrow, I have to be careful that I get it right in the middle on the marks that I made. A drill press makes this so much easier. All done. So now that the holes are drilled in the beam, I just need to cut the dowel to length following the plans in the book. First I'll cut off the rough end that I have on the one dowel, and then I'll use my stop block to cut them to length on the table saw sled. Then I'm going to readjust my stop for the 2 bottom dowels that attach the brace to the frame. These will be a lot shorter pieces, and because they're so short, they have a tendency to fly away. Luckily, I found that other one. I'm just going to now sand the ends of each piece of dowel to make them a bit smoother. Got some rough edges from the cutting because we want them to slide into the holes that I drilled into the beam easily. So just doing a quick test fit, make sure they fit well, and then we can actually glue them in. Some wood glue. But here you can get an idea of how it'll actually look. So those are the 2 uprights that keep the logs in place, and then there are the shorter support pieces that will attach to holes that I will drill in the frame in the next video. And I'm happy with how they fit, so now it's time to glue them in place. Just putting a little bit of glue in the holes and going to put the dowel in, and then we're done. I'm just going to use my rubber mallet to give them a bit of a tap to make sure they're nicely seated at the bottom of the hole. Make sure they're also straight, even with each other. And then I'm just going to put the piece into the vise and use it to support the beam so I can put the two other pieces in. A bit more glue in each hole. And then pop the dowels in and give them a little bit of a love tap with the mallet. And the same with the other one. Now, because the holes are not that deep, I will have to just sort of make sure that all of the dowels are straight, parallel to each other. And I'm probably just going to leave them on my bench so that they're nice and flat. So that's it for part 3. In the next video, I'll drill the holes in the frame for the axles and the brace and do a test assembly to make sure that everything fits together well. Thanks for watching.